Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. We are almost at the end of the month. We got one more day left and then we are in June. Can you believe it? I feel like this week, and this year in general has been passing by. It's flying by. But they say you're having fun if time is flying by. Not necessarily in that arrangement, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. So anyways, yes, my voice is a little different. I am sniffling a little. I'm playing yo-yo with my moco. I forgot who said that, and I thought it was so funny. Anyways, no, but last week, as you could tell, I was in, well, maybe you could tell, I was in San Diego. I was like in the San Diego Escondido Murrieta area. I was out there with the boo, Victor, my husband. We're just hanging out at the Walk Resort, thanks to Michelle Mojica, my fantastic broker. Super grateful for her because she is just so awesome and allows us the opportunity to, work away from home. Because you know what I mean? That's the nice thing about real estate. You're not tied down to one particular place. And so without further ado, I should go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Azucena Gonzalez. I am a realtor with Mojica and Associates, a local brokerage here in the Maricopa County. Now, today's main topic is COE, which is close of escrow. All right. So normally whenever we talk about the close of escrow, let's refer to it COE, or you'll see it written out as COE. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of typed it out, AKA, because some people might know, some others might not. And yeah, that's something that, if you're in the industry, you get familiar with all the different stuff like that. There's a specific word for that. I don't know. We're going to play guess the word I'm trying to think about. It's not an acronym. It's you know what I'm saying? Kind of like the YWD, like what you're doing. Anyways, so if you're in the industry, it can be really easy to forget that other people don't know that. So that's why I'm breaking it down, because we're keeping it simple, because I never want you to feel like, and then finish the video and be like, what is she talking about? You know what I mean? I mean, I've been there. Where I'm like, oh yeah, and then they'll be like, oh, so they'll ask me a question, and I'm like, oh, pop quiz. I'm gonna fail. So, like, I just want to be clear and out there, and I just want people to understand what I am saying. So when it comes to close of escrow, there's a couple of things that you need to take into consideration. And I say that because not everybody realizes what close of escrow really means in terms of when you get your keys, what to expect. So the biggest thing is making sure that you are set up to have the best close of escrow as possible. Okay. Now, that being said, on your contract, right? Once the offer has been accepted, let me back up. Let's just say in the purchase contract, right? It should be on the first page from lines 21 to, it goes on for a while actually. So it's on page 1. All right, but for our purposes, it's 21 to 24. And if you'd like to see the lines that I'm talking about, and you're like, you know what, I'd love to read the purchase contract because, it's something that I'm going to be legally abiding by while owning a home and all that kind of good stuff, or it's kind of intimidating. I understand it can be very intimidating because it's not something that we normally do, right? Sign contracts and that kind of stuff. At least not me. But anyways, so if you ever wanted to see what I'm talking about, let me know, and I can definitely get you a copy. That way I can go ahead and go over it with you, or you can go over it and then ask me questions. I mean, we can do all kinds of things. We got options. But anyway, so in lines 21 to 24 of the first page of the purchase contract, you see the section close of escrow, which kind of extends further past that. But the main thing about that is it says the date that the transaction should be ending by. Now, how is a close of escrow date determined? That depends. Some people go 30 days from when the offer is accepted. So you kind of I had some clients, so offer was accepted on the 26th, which was the end of the time period that we gave the sellers to respond by. And so we counted the 30 days from there, including the weekends. They include the weekends. So then close of escrow would have been the 28th of the following month. So it just depends. I mean, close of escrow is usually within 30 days or at 30 days, but there are times in which it could be longer. Now, it could be for a number of different reasons. Say the person hi Roxana, hi Susana. It could be because the person selling is waiting to buy a home before they sell their home, right? So they kind of need a place to stay before moving into their new home, right? Because they might have not found it yet, or maybe they're waiting to close on that first. So there's that. It could be because so-and-so bought a house, but that's not a good example. Let me give you another example. Another example could be that the home that is being bought is currently being rented, and say that tenant isn't supposed to leave until July, but it can be bought already, right? So if anything, the person who is buying could buy the property, right? Say they're closing, for today's example, say they're closing today, they would then end up getting the rent from June, right? Because client's not moving out until July or June 30th or the end of June. Does that make sense? I hope that's not confusing. Anyways, in essence, close of escrow, the day of close of escrow is usually 30 days, but it can vary depending on the situation from either the seller or the buyer. And here's the thing too. Say you have 30 days. Sometimes things happen. Life happens, as we know sometimes. Hi, Frank. And so there are addendums that can be created to extend close of escrow. Okay. And that's normal. We understand life happens. It's all about working within the parameters of the contract and making sure that if those parameters aren't working, that we fix them as necessary. Now, the thing about creating an addendum is that, say I wrote one asking the seller on behalf of my client that they would like to extend close of escrow date to a week or whatever that looks like, the seller could say no. Okay, so just because you do an addendum doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, automatically it's going to happen. This is a negotiation between all parties involved. Okay, so just something to be mindful of. So whenever the close of escrow date is selected, usually it's something that it's a date that's been very well thought out. That might mean, the buyer's agent is talking obviously with their clients, is talking with the listing agent, and the listing agent is conveying information of the seller to the buying agent, such as which close of escrow date works best for the seller too. Because again, the thing is that we want to make sure that when we're presenting the offer to the seller, that it's something that works for everybody. And you also want to make your offer the most appealing. And how do you do that? By making sure that everybody is being taken into consideration. If a seller is looking to close in June, no, that's too soon. If we're looking for if the seller is looking to close in August, and the buyer's agent puts in an offer wanting to close in July, there might be a problem there, because they'll be like, ooh, listing agent presents the offer to the offer to the seller, and the seller can be like, no, because I need that extra month. So anyway, so just something to take into consideration. So yeah, close of escrow date, typically 30 days, can vary depending on the situations for both sellers and buyers. It could also be less time, just depends. Especially if the financing is different, such as if it's cash, it might be a lot faster, because you obviously don't need to go through the loan approval process because you're paying cash, So that's something to take into consideration. Now, for the close of escrow dates, you are most likely, if you're a buyer, you're most likely not going to get your keys until later that day. And what I mean later that day, I mean like after 5. And the reason why I say that is the close of escrow day is reserved for recording. So basically, after everybody has signed, and those papers, if the person hasn't signed that title, and a mobile notary, which can be arranged. Ask me questions. I got you, boo. But anyways, a mobile notary can be arranged to meet you at your home or somewhere convenient for you outside of business hours. So either you sign them there at title, or the mobile notary is sent to you. In that situation, mobile notary takes those documents back to title. Title gets those papers. They arrange for funds to be wired over from the lender. Lender does that, and then once that happens, title sends the documents to the recorder's office. Yay for recording, woo woo! And then basically, close of escrow is reserved for recording because we don't know when it's going to record. All we know is that your contract is being sent and it's in a pile, and we're just simply waiting for them to be like, all right, here we go. This property is now so-and-so's instead of sellers. Okay, so that's something to take into consideration, because some people, hi Marisol, oh my god. Anyways, I hope you're feeling well, dude. But because some people will expect to get their keys like 8 o'clock in the morning and be like, all right, today's close of escrow, give me my keys. But it kind of doesn't work that way. Now, don't get me wrong, there are situations, and there have been situations where people get their keys earlier. It just depends. We like to say after 5 p.m. because a number of different things have to happen. We have to obtain the keys from the listing agent, and that can happen a number of different ways. Okay, so that's just something to take into consideration, and then meeting you and what time works best for you and all that kind of good stuff, and making sure all of that is arranged. Okay. So yeah, that's something to expect on the close of escrow, that you're not going to move in come 8 o'clock that day. You're probably going to move in at least at the end of the day, after 5 p.m. again. And even then, I'm not saying that at 5 you're going to get them. I'm just saying you're most likely going to get them after 5. Because I can't give you a definite answer, because I'm waiting on the recorder's office to be like, I'm done. Because then at that point, you would get, everybody involved would be getting an email from title saying, hey, congratulations everybody, we closed escrow. And then we're like, woo. Anyways, so that's kind of that, and that's super exciting, because you're like, oh my god, it's really exciting. So yeah, anyway, so that's kind of it for close of escrow today. So again, I can send you a lovely copy of the purchase contract for you to look over, and so you can see what I'm seeing. Or if you have one, if you're a homeowner right now, you can go ahead and pull out your contract. Again, it's most likely on your first page. And I say that because the contract was last modified earlier last year. Okay. And the thing is, this is a living document in that it is always changing. That's the nice thing about real estate. Everything's always changing. So if you're a homeowner, take out your contract, look that over, and yeah, because you never know who needs to know. Anyways, so again, just to recap real quick, close of escrow date is set usually within 30 days. Could happen sooner, can happen later, just depends. You're most likely going to be getting your keys. If you're the buyer, of course, you're going to be getting your keys most likely after 5 p.m. So don't be thinking that you're going to move in at 8 o'clock that same day, okay? Because again, the loan needs to be funded, and most importantly, the contract needs to be sent to the recorder's office so things can be recorded in your name. Okay, so that being said, I wanted to quickly talk about my fitness journey, because I do post things about fitness and that kind of stuff. And I had my audition today with Mountainside Fitness. Woo woo. I'll be teaching soon, so yeah, I'm super excited. I will keep y'all posted. But what I wanted to tell you guys is that fitness is not and kind of like anything, it's not a destination, it's a process, it's something, it's a lifestyle, it's something that you keep doing. You are continually learning. So I've been working out for about consistently for a year and a half now. And when I first started out, I was really happy when I would get to the gym 3 times a week. That was my goal. I was like, if I can go to the gym 3 times a week, like I'm good. Like this is great. Like I'm slayed. You know what I mean? And it was a struggle. Poor Victor. He was really good about going. And I'll be like, dang, it's so early. But I mean, it was a huge adjustment because I was used to sleeping at 10:30, 11:30, 12. Because I would wake up at 6. But then when I would work out with him, he would wake up around 5. So I would wake up around 5. And that took a while because, again, I wasn't sleeping enough. So now, obviously, I always talk about going to sleep really early. Because I wake up early and I feel great, actually. But anyways, you find the time of day that works to work out that works best for you. Because everybody has different prime times for working out, okay? And whatever your schedule permits, too. But I say this because it takes time. It really does. And even when it came to the classes that I so actively participate in now, I had to work myself up to them. Like, Victor would be like, go check it out. And I'm like, dude, I'm scared. Those women and the instructors and the people in there look intense. Like, there's this group of people that I see consistently in the mornings, especially in the group classes. And I call them the OGs, like, you know, the originals, because, man, they're up there and they're kicking booty. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know if I could hang with them. I was like, I'm going to look. And here was the thing, too, because I'm younger than them. I'm kind of like, man, like, what's my excuse? I have no excuse. But finally, I mustered all the courage I could muster, and I went in class, and I thought I was going to die. It was hard, but I survived, obviously. But anyways, and now, hi, Itzel. So now, I go to classes, and even though there's some classes where I'm like, why do I keep coming? And I keep going because it really pushes me and that kind of stuff. So anyways, so whenever you think about your fitness and wherever that's at in your life, remember, just think about it. It's a process. You know, it's a journey. And surround yourself by people who are going to be motivating you and understanding at the same time. Because, again, I might have not been so dedicated had Victor maybe been so pushy. And he was never pushy, actually. He'd be going to go, okay, no, all right, whatever. And I'd be like, dang, you didn't even try. I'm like, come on, dude. You're not going to tell me I need to go? Come on. Anyways, all silly, but seriously, though. So, yeah, it's a process. I had to talk it out with some people. Sometimes I'd be like, dude, I don't even feel like going, but I should go. And the thing is that if you start talking to people at the gym, they're kind of like your friend, your gym friends. So then if you don't go, they're like, oh, I didn't see you. And then you're just like, oh, snap, I need to go. It's that accountability piece sometimes. Because if you don't tell anybody, hey, Daddy, if you don't tell anybody, then you're not as likely to go. And that's the nice thing about those group classes. And why I keep going too is that because I'm so used to seeing the OGs in there, I'm like, hey, what's up? But if I don't go, they're like, oh, we missed you in class. Or I'm already like ready to be like, oh, I couldn't come because this, and this. Anyways, and actually, so that's kind of been my fitness journey. Now, if I don't go to the gym like 5 times a week, I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? But I'm trying to up it up now. But anyways, it takes time. Like I always say, do you. The most important thing is that you find something that works best for you. Because if you're like, well, I'm going to work out 5 times a day for like 3 months. And like, don't get me wrong, some people can do that. But at the same time, you're going to be like, I'm so over this. Like, this isn't even fun. And the thing is that you want to make sure that it's something that is sustainable, something that you can do long term. You're not trying to what is it? What do we say? It's a phrase in Spanish. I can't think of how to translate it. But basically, don't eat the hamburger in one bite. take it in bites. Take it step by step. Of course, I would talk about food. Anyways, so yeah, take it step by step. Any questions? Let me know. I'm here. And if I don't know, we'll find out together. Another thing I wanted to say, a big thank you to Yuma. I had a lovely time doing Zumba out there with y'all. As many of you know, Yuma is my hometown. Yuma is where a lot of my family is. I love Yuma because it also has entumidos, which is a lovely raspado. So if you're ever over there in that area, let me know because you need to try one of those. Lastly, again, I'm all about real estate and fitness and all that kind of good stuff. So if you want to go to the gym and you're like, I don't have a gym membership, I want to go, but I don't have an accountability partner or all kinds of whys, ins, ends, ifs, or blah, 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 get at me. I can take you with me. I can take you as a guest at EOS Fitness. We can see if we can get you a 5-day pass at Mountainside Fitness. We could even go walk at the park together. I can take my doggies with me. We can do a little, I mean, there's so many different things. Fitness is not only gym related. There's just so many different aspects to it. So yeah, let's talk. Be my guest. Be my guest. Anyways, so yeah, because I mean, that's something that I'm really passionate about. Thanks to Victor, because he shared that with me, and now I'm just like, let everybody know. You know how it is when you like something, you're just kind of like, why doesn't everybody know about this? But anyways, okay, well, I'm gonna let y'all go because today is actually closing day for one of my clients. Anyways, earlier today, after auditions, I was getting some stuff. I'm like, woo! I swear I love going to buy my clients closing gifts. I'm like, oh my God. Anyways, but enough of that. Okay, I'm gonna talk to y'all later, but have a wonderful Wednesday. Kick butt the rest of the week and take names. Bye.